Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be showing you how to remove and replace a toilet. Please stay tuned and continue watching until the end, because we're going to be showing you the entire detailed process on how we removed this old one and also installed a brand new toilet that has a couple of buttons there at the top of the tank. Like I said, we're going to be showing you the whole process from start to finish. Please stay tuned. If you want to learn how to do all kinds of handyman work projects, DIY projects, and all kinds of renovations at home, then you're in the best place here on YouTube, since that's all we do here at Frank's Handyman Service. Consider subscribing and activate the notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any future videos that we're going to be uploading every week. The reason why we're going to be replacing these old toilets is because they were very inefficient. Every time we would flush the toilet, it would fill up the tank and waste quite a bit of water. The first thing we're gonna do to replace a toilet is we gotta turn off that valve that you see there on the wall. All you gotta do is turn it until it closes all the way. After that, you're gonna want to flush the entire toilet until most of the water drains out. And one tip that we suggest is to get an old sponge like the one you see right here, and you'll want to soak up all of the water that's in the bowl of the toilet. We just get an extra bucket that we have, set it aside, and we place that sponge right into the deepest part of the bowl as much as we can, so we can soak up all of that water. That's going to help you so that way you don't have a lot of leaks as you remove the toilet. And then the next thing we're going to do is remove those bolts. Most of the toilets, they're tied down into the ground with a couple bolts on either side of the toilet. So we're just simply unhooking everything. We unhooked the hose right there, unbolted the both sides. After that, we can go ahead and remove the toilet. And it's that easy. Honestly, this is a lot simpler than a lot of people think. It's not as intimidating, and it's pretty straightforward. So that's the same ring that was there before. We're going to be using all the material there. And the nice thing about the new toilet is it has new equipment. So part of that is that ring that you see. We just placed it on the existing metal ring there on the ground. And then we have some of the hardware that we're going to be placing on either side of the ring. It has a little bit of a entryway, and that's where we put the screws. You want to put 2 of the screws on either side where the old ones were. Now you want to use the new ones that come with the toilet. You never want to use the old ones, because the new toilet that you have, it's probably going to be different and different size or height. So we always want to use those bolts that come in with the actual toilet. And once we put those screws there in place, we're just putting the washer that comes included, so that way it secures it there. Once you do all that, you're pretty much ready to install the new toilet. You just want to be really careful, because we're working around existing tile, and we have those screws that we have to make sure that align up with the holes, so we don't want to drop it or break anything. So you just want to take your time and just be careful. Now you see right there, we have the screws that go through the whole area. Thankfully, everything worked out great with the height and all of that. So we're just opening up the rest of the hardware that comes included, and we're putting those screws that go onto the top to secure the toilet down into the ground. So it's pretty straightforward. We just put those in there and just start tightening them up. The ones that we got, they were made out of plastic material, so you just want to be careful. you want to tighten them evenly, the right side and the left side together. And then you don't want to do it too tight, you know, because if you break it, it can damage it. So we just want to tighten it to have like a nice snug fit. And once you do that, then you can go ahead and place the lids, those nice white lids you see right there. That helps to keep it nice and clean and just gives it a good aesthetic. And I had to buy a longer hose because the old toilet, they had a shorter hose, and it was not going to fit with this newer one because the seat is a little bit higher than the old one. It's just a different size. So that's one thing I recommend. I would buy one just in case, because if you go home and try to install it and if it's too short, then you're gonna have to make an extra trip to the hardware store. So I just bought one, and thankfully it worked out great because we definitely needed it. And then now we're gonna start installing the tank portion, and that one also comes with the ring. We're gonna attach it onto the actual bowl, and it's gonna go right in there where he put that ring right there. And so you just want to unscrew it. Those come like they pre-put them on there. You just want to take them out and set them aside, and then you'll want to put that rubber ring onto that area there. And once you do that, it's pretty much ready to go. You're gonna go ahead and after this, you know, place it on top of the lower part, and then it's gonna go right in there. And then after that, you just tighten up those the screws from the bottom, so that way it attaches the lower section to the bowl. And like I said, this one has a couple of buttons there that go through the lid, and it goes into that mechanism. And the nice thing about this toilet is that it's very efficient. You have one button is for the liquids, and the other button is for the solids. I think the lesser one, it only releases like 1.1 gallons of water for every flush, and the other one, it's like 1.8 gallons for every flush. And so once you do that, you tighten it up and everything, then you already hooked up the hose. You can go ahead and turn it on, and when you turn it on, it's just gonna fill in little by little. And that's pretty much it. All we're doing here is just putting in those stainless steel buttons at the top of the lid, and that also comes with that little plastic thing. You'll want to take that out so that way it fits, and then from there towards the bottom, you'll put that plastic thing over it, and then you'll tighten it up. Now this is for this kind of style. You may have a more simpler one, like just has a lever that flushes. You know, we decided to go with this option because we've had one before and we were very happy with it. It's kind of nice to have those two options, you know. And then with this lid, it comes in pretty nice that the lid kind of closes on its own slowly. So it's pretty good, and it wasn't that expensive. So that's pretty much the process of how to remove an old toilet and install a new one. I hope you liked this video. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and activate the notification bell, so that way you don't miss out on any future videos that we'll be uploading every week. The only thing that we have to do here at the very end is to apply silicone or a caulking around the edge, the bottom edge of the toilet where it meets with the ground. So other than that, it's pretty much it. May God bless you, and we'll see you on the next video.